Welcome to Love in Brief, a brief ABDL advice podcast, but not today, it ain't. Today, we are doing a quick hit, just kind of a bonus episode, because if you've been listening to Newsie's Nook recently, you might know that NorthShore, the diaper company NorthShore, has now appointed sort of an ABDL ambassador to the community. And I think that's so cool. So I wanted to connect with that person and talk a bit about what that role is and what it means for NorthShore and potentially what it means for the ABDL communities. So I'm so happy to welcome James Frost on our podcast. James, thanks for joining me.
Hello, and thank you for having me on here. I guess my second time on Love and Brief, and glad to be back.
That's right. It started at a live episode at CapCon, right?
Yeah, when we were launching at the time the Forever Playland event, but excited to be here and talk about something new.
Yeah, me too. And I know that you are an experienced pro in the world of rolling out big news in the ABDL community. But this is a new role, and frankly, something I have never seen from another, what I guess I would have thought of as like a medical diaper company or a vanilla diaper company. But we have had the CEO of NorthShore, Adam, on the program before. He was fabulous and talked about
Yes.
NorthShore's dedication to people who wear diapers for damn near any reason. So the fact that you're in your role, I think, speaks to that. What is your role, and what do you do?
Yeah, I am the channel marketing specialist for ABDL here at NorthShore. So pretty much marketing events, wholesale, anything related to the ABDL world is kind of falling under my purview here to help and assist with the marketing team and kind of engage and go forth in engaging more with the ABDL world.
How did NorthShore decide to have this role? What was the plan, and what is NorthShore hoping to get out of having an ABDL ambassador of sorts?
Yeah, well, we have wanted to engage with the community more for a while. We kind of started back in 2018 with going to CapCon. COVID hit, and we kind of, like everyone, had to scale back a bit and kind of focus on what our core was at the time, which still is medical. So we, kind of did that, but we always wanted to continue on that outreach. And I think my outreach when I was job searching just kind of lined up kind of on that timeline perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And they were ready to expand and do some more outreach. So just kind of all aligned well at the time. And I was able to join the team, and now I'm helping them kind of expand on what they had already started with outreach to the community.
I know that when I spoke with Adam and I should have looked up the episode number, shame on me, but I'll get it here in a little bit. But when I spoke to Adam on an earlier episode, that Adam had said that ABDL folks are really an important part of NorthShore's business, and certainly a welcome part of NorthShore's business. If you could speak to how do ABDL folks and ABDL products fit into NorthShore's business today?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say, like, ABDL for us, and I think a lot of other medical diaper companies, is probably one of the highest search terms on most of our websites. It certainly is for us. And Adam has certainly been engaging with this community since he's had NorthShore going for the last 22 years, and has been engaging and kind of surveying and getting feedback and such. A lot of the tickets and feedback that we get a lot from both ABDL as well as medical, but a lot from the ABDL customers, and it really just helps us expand and grow because ABDLs are really finely tuned into the thing that they enjoy wearing all the time, right? And they want to tell us exactly what they want to see, how things are performing, and Adam has been really cued into all of that feedback. Even before me getting here, he's been very active on Reddit and a lot of the ABDL forums, and gathering information, and has was already doing a lot of outreach to the community.
Yeah.
To make sure that we were making products and engaging in a way that the ABDLs enjoyed. But I mean, really, with our kind of business model, we just want to provide products that are comfortable and that work consistently, no matter why you wear diapers. We're all about breaking down the stigmas associated with adult diapers. Let's call it a diaper and not a brief. It's okay. And
you guys kind of broke ground on that, right? From a medical supplier standpoint.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the other suppliers want to go with brief and kind of adult it up. I guess there's, I kind of brought this up prior on like Newsies. It's kind of, I guess, diaper is a little bit age coded, and they think calling it a diaper is not a mature way to look at it. But we kind of broke ground with that and are saying that there's nothing bad about calling it what it is. It is a diaper. It's okay. We can have pride in that, and it's pretty common to have to use a diaper at just about any age.
Yeah, and I know that. I mean, you've even shared this, but like, you guys take ABDL feedback into account. Obviously, my guess is that ABDLs give way more feedback than your average bear because we're weirdly neurotic about our diapers. But it's encouraging to hear that that it actually may be making the diaper experience better for even people who wear for other reasons. I think that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean the feedback that we get, and even since me getting care was not dissimilar to feedback that I got at other jobs too. We as ABDLs are very finely tuned into every little aspect of a diaper, every little piece, how it feels, how it absorbs, and they share all of that with us. And I'm glad to be on the team and kind of synthesize down those the information that comes in with those tickets and be able to give kind of the actionable items over to the team so we can play with that. But again, they were already doing a really good job of gathering all of that information, and I'm just glad that I can come in and kind of help with that process and help with the roadmap for how we might work with some of the feedback.
Yeah. That's super cool. And I'm just obviously so pleased. I'm kind of a North Shore fanboy. I've made no secret of this on previous episodes, even those having nothing to do with North Shore. If you go back to our diaper episode, you'll hear me rave a little bit. By the way, I should tell folks I'm not sponsored by North Shore. I do not get free product from North Shore. I just freaking love the stuff that North Shore makes. And though, if you want to sponsor me, but I know that when I listened on Newsie's Nook, that you're talking about sponsoring events like Baby Fur Con or groups or whatever. Are there sorts of things that you are interested in sponsoring? And if somebody runs one of those things, how should they get in touch with you?
Yeah, we are open to any group, big or small. We have sponsored munches, pride booths, title contests, bar night events, education nights, and events as large as CapCon. We are open to any size event. Really, all that you need to do to reach out is to send a ticket either to our contact form on the website or reach out to info@NorthShoreCare.com. It's going to be flagged to me, and I'll review that and get in touch. But yeah, we're very open to just about any group. In terms of large events currently, we are looking at going to Baby Fur Con, Midwest Fur Fest, and CapCon. Not everything official yet, but those are the events that we have talked with about having presence there.
Cool.
Baby Fur Con is official, and we will be there in September. Really, really excited for our first major ABDL event since CapCon in 2018. And then and then with a lot of the larger, I guess smaller but larger regional events, NYC ABDL, Puddle Scouts, Diaper Up, Diapers After Dark, and the DCH players are the groups that we're working with currently. And we've got more and more that have reached out in the last month or so that we're kind of building partnerships with and sending samples. Always happy to send diaper samples and some promotional items to help out the event.
Amazing. And thanks for that contact info. Just to repeat, that's info@NorthShoreCare.com, or you said the contact form on the website?
Yes.
Okay, great. And I've often wondered, and I've found out the answer for myself when I called North Shore with a question, but if an ABDL person calls North Shore and you're asking about ABDL stuff, is that okay?
Yeah, that is 100% okay. All of our customer service reps, even prior to me coming in and kind of running ABDL trainings here, they were already getting trained on what ABDL was and how they should interact. And I mean, truthfully, they're going to treat you just like you're any other customer. There's going to be no difference in the treatment there. We have a great customer service team here, and really strongly believe in the messaging that we have through our customer service. And we're just here to help, no matter why.
Awesome. I will say, you're diplomatic enough not to say it, but I'm not. Guys, don't call and be creepy. When I say call about ABDL stuff, I mean asking about product, not being like, wow, will you change my diaper? That's gross. Don't do that.
And that was a question that we actually got when we did ABDL training here. So I ran about three sessions of ABDL 101 training last month, and that was one of the questions that we actually got from our customer service reps was, what do I do in this kind of situation? Someone's calling in and asking, questions like, "Will you be my mommy?" or "Will you be my daddy?"
Right.
and things like, And I was
Right.
like, you treat them just like any other customer. The expectation is that they are calling into a business. They are to, the A in ABDL stands for adult,
Uh-huh.
and they do have to, embody that piece when they're dealing with something like this. And if they can't do that, then we need to try to move them on to the next stage in the process. But we would love that everyone calls in and thinks with the A and ABDL first when they have a question.
You are so good at marketing. I'm just going to say, no, you're being a jerk if you're doing that. If you're calling a non-sexual business to get a sexual thrill, that's harassment and wrong, and don't do it. Although I would like to believe we have no Love and Breeze listeners who do that. Maybe if you know somebody, tell them not to do it. Speaking of which, you guys now are carrying ABDL themed stuff on the North Shore site. How has that been going, and has there been any pushback from non-ABDL customers?
We have received no negative feedback from any of our medical customers.
Right on.
I think actually they're probably excited to have some new options too. We with the Megamax, even our medical customers are always asking for new colors. They want there's kind of this push. I think in the last like decade or so to have some incontinence products that are not just boring white or gray or something like that. They want it to be fun, just like everyone else's underwear.
Yep.
So I think that has been awesome for some of the diaper companies who want to kind of take advantage of that and offer some really fun things. And the Megamax with our 5 different colors has been a huge evidence of that. But the crinkles we've had for a while and has always been great. And we just added the Foresight last month, and that's going really well too. Some awesome prints. With just about all those lines there. I think when we launched that and had the Mary Jane image, everyone was very excited about that one. So it was the right timing and such there. But all the prints are doing well, and I think people are just excited to get some more colors. And the Foresight was only really available in Canada prior, so you had to ship it out of there or hope that one of the wholesale clients down here offered it in the U.S., which was few and far between.
Yeah.
So I just think overall both medical and ABDL customers have been really excited that we now have these products in the U.S.
That makes total sense to me. I used to stare at those Foresight diapers longingly and be like, oh, if only. And NorthShore gets to my house in like a day and a half at most. So now I know I can sort of like dial up these Foresights and get them delivered to my door much faster and frankly cheaper than getting them from Canada. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
This is maybe an unfair question, but do you have a favorite NorthShore diaper yourself?
Oh, I mean, I think the Megamax, it just has I'm definitely a fan of the hourglass cut shape, not the boxy kind of cut to it. So I've always been a fan of that style.
Yep.
So excited to get that in even more like sizes here too, which is great, and just colors. And I love that we have a black option because I like to go to the club and do other kink and fetish events and dance and stuff, and even like the diaper nights at the club. It's nice to have a diaper that goes with your like leather or rubber or other outfits like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's awesome that we have that. It kind of offers just a little bit more options when you're putting together outfits. So I've always enjoyed the Megamax for that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a big fan. I was just telling Lola, my partner, earlier today that I love the fit of the Megamax. The medium on me fits better than any diaper in the world, and the small on her fits better than any diaper in the world. Although I will say, if gun to my head, you would ask me my favorite North Shore product, I'm going to say the Supreme. There's something about the sort of rigidity and just like I'm a medical diaper guy. So like the sort of straight up, this is meant to be a medical diaper. It feels so utilitarian to me, and for whatever reason, I freaking love that.
Yeah, it's another great product. Those who are really were really into a lot of the medical products prior to a lot of like the explosion of the ABDL printed products, I think really resonate well with that. It absorbs really fast and kind of similar to a lot of the medical diapers that we kind of grew up with, and like and kind of started our like ABDL journey with. So I think it just resonates a lot with people in that way. And of course, the price point doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, right. And sometimes you don't want a whole Mega Max. Like that's a little bit of a commitment, you know. Although the Supreme Light had a place in my heart, I bought the last couple that were left at AB Dealer. Thanks to AB Dealer for flagging me that they were almost out. And then I found out today that you're doing like a Mega Max Light now.
We are doing a Megamax Lite, so it's going to be so for anyone who enjoyed the Supreme Lite, it is definitely targeted at you,
Woohoo!
and we're excited to have that and roll it out more and more.
I'm stoked. I was a little heartbroken when the Supreme Light went out, and you've brought that light back to my life, so to speak. Okay, I mean that's all the questions I got. Do you have anything else you want to share? Any upcoming news or anything fun coming up that we should look forward to?
We're just excited to engage with the community again and get out there, and go to our first major event since CapCon in 2018. We want to be super, super intentional throughout this journey. We welcome all of the community feedback, and we really hope that y'all will enjoy seeing us out at the events, engaging both online and physically in the community. And yeah, the entire team is just really excited to get out and explore kind of this new piece, this new channel, and they're all really learning here. They all really took to the education pieces and are excited to get out there. So we look forward to seeing everybody.
I am so looking forward to the fact that not only is this role out there, but y'all are engaging the community more than ever. Look forward to having you next time you got something big to share. And if you guys ever want any in-person training from the likes of Lola and I'm volunteering because I've always wanted to see your factory. I think that's it. That's all I got. Thank you for joining us. And friends, this has been a quick hits bonus episode of Love in Brief.